Today, we are going to be doing a great demo of Abacus Law Accounting and go over some really cool features for you. But before we begin, we have a couple of housekeeping notes. The first thing is that we will be taking questions throughout the webinar. You can look in your question box and type them in there. We're going to answer them at the end in the order that they were received. This is going to be a 15-minute demo with a 15-minute Q&A led by our very own Zora. Zora is our senior sales engineer. She has about 5 or 6 years of experience in tech, and she is an expert on this product. So I'm sure you're going to learn a lot of great things. So take it away, Zora.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Allison, for the introduction. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and a happy Friday to everyone. So today we're going to just go over the task-based billing codes and Abacus accounting. So just as an overview, Abacus Law comes with case management software with integrated billing and accounting portion. So today the focus will be only on Abacus billing and accounting, and specifically on task-based billing codes. So let's get started. So task-based billing codes, as you know, were established by the American Bar Association and are used in Abacus accounting to organize time entries by category to meet the American Bar Association billing standards. To start off, I'm going to show you what those codes how they will be set up and attached to a matter. So Abacus accounting is preloaded with ABA task-based billing codes. And if you want to narrow down your search, you can always go back and narrow down your list. But as part of the package, your accounting program will come with ABA standard codes. So when you're setting up a matter in Abacus accounting, so if I click on Matters, and pull up any of my matters that I already have preset here in my demo account, under billing section, I can set up some of the default settings for my matter, such as the billing format code. The billing format code, when it's set to task-based billing, it's basically billing format code defines how you want your bills to look. Billing format codes determine whether you're going to print bills on letterhead, stationery, or print your letterhead information directly on bills, the type of bill and level of detailed information you want when your invoices or bills are posted, and as well as whether to include trust information on the bill, as well as other hourly and detailed information. So we're going to specifically focus on the task-based billing one. And as part of the program, Abacus comes with a set of standard templates: hourly format, contingency, general, workers' compensation, general, and additional ones here, along with task-based billing. So for this matter, I have selected task-based billing, and as soon as I click Save, it will be saved in my database. And the next option would be is after you set up your default billing format code, then you're going to click on time tickets to capture your time towards that matter. So I'm going to just go ahead and select my case. Abacus automatically selects the client because it's attached to this case. And as well as you can fill out the rest of the information, such as timekeeper. So in this case, I'm going to just go ahead and select the timekeeper. You can start the timer if you're capturing your time. Mark it as billable, flat charge, no charge, miscellaneous if you like to capture your time. And then here, this is the most important part of today's demonstration, that we're going over task-based code. So you have a list of standard ABA codes that you can select from. So as you can see here, if I scroll down, it all starts with the code itself, so L10, L110, 120, and then the type of code is all tasks, and it gives you a brief text or description. So I can select whichever one I want here. So I can double click on it, it tells me the description as well as the code. I can add additional detailed information in this free text box that I have as well. So as soon as I click done, it creates my time ticket entry. I can always go back and modify my task codes if I like to, but I have a list of all of them ready to go and that I can use at any time. So I'm going to kind of show you the next step. So the next step would be is obviously after you capture your time, you want to run your invoice. So Abacus has two steps basically here. So under billing, you have a pre-bill. Pre-bill is a draft of the bill. So you can see all your captured time, and you can modify it. You can add additional time ticket entries if you like to. Actual bill is the print bill. I have already ran a bill here that are an invoice that I want to show you what it looks like. So the task-based codes are listed on this invoice. So it shows your firm's letterhead and information, as well as your client information, address information here, and then you have your fees listed as well. The second page, as you can see here, it shows my task-based billing codes on the left-hand side, the date, and as well as the description. And these are all coming from those time ticket entries that I have entered. And I can always go and add additional ones, modify my time, and modify the task if I like to. And I can also see other sections such as timekeeper summary. This is just one example or layout of this invoice. Of course, it can be customized if you want to remove the codes and you just want to display the actual text, you can. So these invoices are pretty customizable and flexible as far as changing the format of it. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to show you is that how you can modify these codes if you need to remove a few that you don't use. You can always go in under your user settings. You do have to have permissions to access these, but under file setup billing, task-based billing codes, you will be able to see a list of all those codes that we pre-populate in the program for you. It's always up to date, and we make sure we keep track of any new ones that comes in. But on here, you can see there's a few options here when you're modifying or adding new codes in the system. So one of the following you would do, you would either add a new record or you would edit an existing one if you need to. But if I click on add a new record, so you have a section for the actual code. So you have category code where you would type in the number, and then you have text fields here. So Abacus allows you to enter up to 50 characters, and you can describe the actual task that will display on your invoice. And then you can also mark it as a task or expense here, and then the summary level can be checked as well. That's when that is checked, the code is to be used to summarize tasks of the same type. So pretty much all the detailed information that you enter here, that will be saved in your database. So all the users will have access to the same task-based billing codes, and it will be available to you on your time tickets, and you can use it at any time. In addition to task-based codes, you also have activity codes that you can apply if you like to, and these are additional codes that come pre-populated as part of the program, and you can always go in and modify an existing one or add or delete a few if you want to narrow down your search at any time. You can also, you have an option to print a list of all the codes if you need to. Okay. And in addition to the last item or topic that I want to cover is under file setup, you have billing format codes. The billing format codes, as I showed you in the beginning, that you can define and assign billing format codes to a matter, and that will be the default billing format code. However, you can always go in and modify an existing billing format code that comes in the program, and you can, as a user, as an administrator, you will have the tools if you want to customize a code, a format, or different sections or headers that you want to include, like your firm's logos and letterhead. As part of onboarding, we do provide training, so you can always have the one-on-one training with a trainer that will give you an overview of the program, and as well as will show you how to modify your templates if you need to, as well as we will help you add your logos and letterheads onto these invoices. But on top of that, you do have the tools, so you can get creative and you can always click on edit and be able to edit and add anything, any information such as a description at the bottom of the invoices. You can do that as well. So these are just general settings that I can go in and modify my codes, specifically my task-based billing invoice. I can always click edit, and then I will be able to see the different sections, so such as the letterhead and the footer or the report, the body of the message. These are the different sections. I can always click on it. As you can see, pretty straightforward, drag and drop. I can right click if I want to delete a field. So you can always do that as an administrator, and you have all the tools. You also have reporting options here, so where you can turn off or turn off some of the sections when you're working on an invoice, such as, time period billing. So we can check off some of the options here, and as well as the format options. So you can show as detailed as you like here, or as a summary of billing details levels or other information that are displaying on the invoices. You can always turn on or turn off the options right from your settings at your fingertips. So those are always available to you. So that is basically a summary of task-based billing code. Again, in short, is just the task-based billing codes are established by ABA, or American Bar Association, and they are in Abacus, ready to go and populated, so you can always add them when you're capturing your time. And we have a standard invoice that goes along, and you'll be able to see all your codes on your invoice and ready to go, where you can email it as an attachment or send it to your client. You can print out those invoices at any time from Abacus accounting. So right now, what I will do is I will go through the Q&A section, and I will just take any questions that have came in. So I see a few questions here. One question is from Mike, and he's asking, can I add task codes on only one matter, or can I apply it to all the matters? That's a great question. You can always apply it to all the matters. So this is a list of all my matters in Abacus Accounting. So I can always click on it and then be able to either select the billing format code as the template, and that is task-based billing code, as I mentioned earlier. And when you're capturing your time, you can simply just select your matter, and whichever matter you're capturing your task-based code, and you can just apply that to any time tickets at any time. So it's not tied to one specific matter. You can apply it to all the matters if you like to. Another question is from Bill, and he's asking, can I modify the task list, or can I remove any codes that you don't want? Yes, you can. You can remove the codes that you don't want. It's under File, Setup, Task-Based Billing Codes, and you will see a list of all the codes that you have, and you do have the tools as a user on the right-hand side. You can add or edit or modify whichever ones you like, and this will apply globally, so all the users that will have access to Abacus, they will be able to log in at any time, and they will be able to see those tasks. All right, another question is from Rick, and Rick is asking, can I email those invoices right from Abacus Accounting to my clients? Yes, you can. We do have full integration with Microsoft Outlook. So Outlook is integrated, and all the emails that you are sending and as well as receiving in your Outlook will be, you will be able to attach those in Abacus, and any emails that you are, or invoices that you are composing and you're sending from Abacus Accounting, you'll be able to send those, and it uses your Outlook to send those emails to your client. All right, so it looks like that's all for the questions, and this basically wraps up our today's webinar. So if you have any additional questions on either task-based billing codes or Abacus billing and accounting, we will be happy to answer those questions. So please feel free to visit our website and go to abacusnext.com to see all our products and offerings. You can also contact us at 1-800-726-3339. Again, 1-800-726-3339. Thank you so much for joining today and have a great weekend.